All right, what is going on, guys? I am back to making these videos. I know I've been gone for a pretty lengthy time. I mean, I've been providing lineups, but I haven't been able to make videos. I've been busy, so I should be back to normal, making videos for you guys and breaking down the slates. So, yeah, let's just hop right into it. Starting off so I'm gonna go through each position, and then you guys should just let me know how you feel about the way I break it down, because I could do game by game or position by position. So stuff like that, just let me know in the comment section. And if you watched it, just please leave a like. Helps me reach other people more so they could watch these videos too. So let's get right into it. At the top, we got Marcus Stroman for 10,900. I'm not really interested. The Yankees are a good hitting team. I know the Yankees have lost, I think it's 14 out of 19. And as a Yankees fan, that's really been frustrating. But it's not the bats that's really been the problem. It's been the pitching. So, yeah, not going to be playing Marcus Stroman. I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Tanaka tonight, actually. I'm a big fan of Tanaka tonight. The Blue Jays really don't have the best numbers against him, and he's really turned it around as of late. If you look at his game log, he had the 25.4 against LA, then 13 against Oakland, 33 against Texas, and then 18 against Chicago. So he's been solid as of late. The Toronto Blue Jays don't have great numbers against him at all. So I like Tanaka at 9,900. Up next is Aaron Nola, and he might be my second favorite pitching. No. Nola might be my first pitching option on the slate. Him and Tanaka are right up there. I really like Aaron Nola. The last time he pitched against Pittsburgh, it was a 1-0 loss. He was spectacular. 7 innings, only 4 hits allowed, only 1 earned run. Nola has really been excellent as of late. He only had that one bad start against Arizona in terms of DFS, but besides that one bad start against Arizona, maybe two against St. Louis, but 28 points plus in 3 out of his last 5. I'll take it. Pittsburgh is not a tough offense. I know he's pitching in a hitter's park, but Pittsburgh is not an offense you should fear. Aaron Nola has limited hard contact against both lefties and righties this season, so I'm not really worried about the bats of Pittsburgh. And yeah, his strikeout rate is up. And at 8,800, I really like Aaron Nola. Nova, not that huge on. He struggles against lefties, does well against the righties. With that being said, the Phillies do have some lefty hitters. I know the Phillies aren't the best bats in the world, but guys like Odubel Herrera and Freddie Galvis or Andrew Knapp, those guys are all there in the lineup, and they can hit righties pretty well. And because of that, I don't know how much I like Nova. As a matter of fact, if I'm paying 8,600 for Nova, I'd rather just find 200 and pay up for Nola. Adam Wainwright is next, and he's my third favorite pitching option. Wainwright is a different pitcher at home compared to when he's on the road. If you look at his game log, a lot of times he gets blown up is when he's on the road. Just look at the game against Baltimore, -17 on the road. The game against Cincinnati, -12 on the road. But a team like the Dodgers, who's really good against right-handed pitching, he really did well against them at home. Against the Cubs, really did well against them at home. So I like Wainwright tonight. Miami doesn't have a lot of left-handed hitters, which is what Wainwright struggles with. So I'm going to be going towards Wainwright as a pitcher because he's cheap, and he'll help me fit some Coors Field bats in. Moving on, we got Jarrell Cotton. He's not the worst option against the White Sox. I'm pretty sure he's already pitched against them this season, and he has in his last outing. He was really solid. 5 innings, no runs allowed. So I like Jarrell Cotton a decent amount. I don't know how much I like him. I don't know if I'm going to be playing him over guys like Wainwright, but he's on the radar. Hoffman, I like him, but he's in Coors Field, and I just don't play pitchers in Coors Field. I don't like Porcello. Not much to say there. I don't even think he should have won the Cy Young last year, but he won the Cy Young last year, but he's giving up a lot more hard contact this season, so not playing Porcello, definitely not playing Ian Kennedy. Alex Meyer has a little too many control issues for my liking. I mean, he's been solid lately, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Carlos Rodon is kind of on my radar. He was a good pitcher last year. In his first outing back, he wasn't spectacular. He wasn't awful. He's pitching against the Oakland team in a very pitcher-friendly park, so you could look towards him in a tournament play, but I probably won't be. Castillo, no. Martin Perez, no. Here's the guy I really like tonight, Andrew Moore. Andrew Moore is one of the Seattle's top pitching prospects coming into the season. He was solid against Detroit last game. He was very cheap. Detroit is a lot better hitting team than Kansas City, and he's pitching in home again. So I really like Andrew Moore tonight. And he's very cheap, 5,500. He'll help you fit some Coors Field bats in, and yeah. So if you're looking for a really cheap guy, Andrew Moore's your guy. Um, Jeff Locke, no way. He is not a good pitcher. There's a reason why he's priced so low. All right, so moving on to catchers here. Now, you guys know my thing. I hate paying up for catchers. Uh, I'd really just think catcher's the most spot. Catcher's the spot where points are the least guaranteed, and by what I mean is they just seem to be the most inconsistent. And if I'm paying 4,700 for like Gary Sanchez, I'd rather pay 4,700 for a guy like Joey Votto or Nolan Arenado. Um, yeah, so I love Gary Sanchez. Like I said, I'm a Yankee fan, but I won't be paying up for him. I don't like Salvi Perez. Yachty could be worth a look. He does hit right-handers or left-handers pretty well, but he's not my favorite option on the slate. Um, Sandy Leone hits left-handers well. Not a huge. Here's an interesting take. I'm not really a huge fan of the Red Sox offense just because not a lot of the guys on their team. I mean, Martin. It's not like they're not good hitters. They have let us down in great spots before, but then it's not like they're the worst hitters in the world. It's just that Martin Perez, he's not a good pitcher by any means, but he does limit like ground balls a lot. And I think a lot of people are going to be playing the Red Sox tonight. I don't think I'm going to be stacking them at all. Maybe two guys I like, but yeah. So with that being said, Sandy Leone could be on your radar, but he doesn't hit the ball that hard, and because of that, I'm not a huge fan against Sandy Leone tonight against Martin Perez, who doesn't give up a lot of hard contact either. Um, Mike Zunino, if you're hunting for a home run, by all means you could play him, but I won't be. Whoever's catching for Colorado, I'm pretty sure it's been reported it's going to be Tony Wolters. I love Tony Wolters tonight at 3,100. That's a Coors Field bat right there you're getting for extremely cheap. It's a lefty versus righty matchup. Uh, I really love Tony Wolters tonight, guys. He's so cheap, so much cheaper than a lot of the guys above him. And he's hitting in one of the best hitters park in baseball. Also, in the limited sample size we have of the pitcher Luis Castillo for the Reds, he throws a lot of changeups, a lot of fastballs, and those are the two pitches Wolters hits the best. And also, the changeup and sliders are thrown for 35% of the time for this pitcher, Luis Castillo. And in Coors Field, the ball doesn't break as much. And if you're a guy who could hit the changeup or slider well and the ball's not breaking, that's a straight changeup, and that's the easiest pitch to hit in baseball. So Tony Wolters, by all means, is my favorite catcher play. Jonathan Lucroy is not that far behind him. He has solid numbers against Rick Porcello, albeit I'm pretty sure it is in a limited sample size. No, never mind. It's not Lucroy. It was Gallo who has. Okay, yeah. Lucroy doesn't have a hit against Porcello in 3 at-bats. With that being said, Porcello's not the same pitcher this year. He doesn't scare me at all. I do like Jonathan Lucroy a lot. Um, yeah, Jonathan Lucroy, 3,200. Yeah, I like Jonathan Lucroy. That's really That's really it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. This was the other stat. Porcello throws a lot of changeups, sliders, and fastballs. Lucroy loves hitting the fastballs. He's solid against the changeup, and he is above average against the slider as well. So he hits the 3 pitches that Porcello throws. He hits them well. So for those reasons, I like Jonathan Lucroy. My favorite cheap option tonight at catcher is this man right here, Martin Maldonado. Adalberto Mejia, awful pitcher. He's not good at all. And with that being said, Martin, I hope he gets a start because he's very cheap at 2,700. He'll help you fit some Coors Field bats in, and yeah, Maldonado really hits the slider well. Mejia throws a slider a lot, so I love Martin Maldonado tonight. Let's see. This is the other guy. Yep, Josh Fegley. He does have some history against Rodon. I'm pretty sure he's already hit a homer off of him, and Rodon's a young pitcher, so it's not a lot of sample size, but take it how you will. He already has hit a home run against him. So if you're looking for a real deep flyer at catcher, Josh Begley's your guy. All right, let's move on to first baseman here. There's not a lot of first base I really like tonight, guys. You could go Joey Votto, but he's very expensive. I don't like Smoke. I don't like Reynolds. I don't like Ryan Healy. Jose Abreu's okay, but besides that, Hanley's okay. My favorite guy is probably going to be Joey Gallo. I think he hits a home run today. But besides that, maybe Pujols. I don't really see a lot of guys here at first base that I like. Yeah. So moving on to the second baseman here. Robinson Cano you can always go for against Ian Kennedy. Ian Kennedy is one of the worst pitchers in baseball. Moving on, I like Rougned Odor. I wish his price was a little lower, but I think he hits a home run today. DJ LeMahieu is priced way too cheap for this matchup. He's like a Coors Field hitter, only 3,900. I'll take DJ LeMahieu any day of the week at that price, especially at Coors Field. Um, moving on, I'm not a huge fan of any of the other guys down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be either paying up at second base tonight for LeMahieu or Odor. Those are my two favorite plays. So, moving on, we're going to go to third base here. Arenado is my favorite third baseman play. Great hitter in Coors Field. Nothing much else to say. Castillo's not a good pitcher, at least not yet. The second favorite third baseman play I have is Jed Jerko. Jed Jerko already has great history against Jeff Locke, and all the pitches Locke throws, Jerko hits well. I love Jed Jerko tonight. At 4,600, he's a good pivot off of Arenado. If you want to go hunting for a home run, Todd Frazier might be your guy there. I like Kyle Seager. Like I said, I like Gallo. Yunel Escobar, if you're looking for a cheap third baseman option, is your guy. Like I said, I might be playing a lot of Angels tonight. Mayhe is not a good pitcher, and I love Yunel Escobar. He's very cheap. Devin Marrero is a guy you could look at. Like I said, Perez induces a lot of ground balls. Marrero doesn't hit many ground balls. So for that reason, I love Devin Marrero, and he's very cheap. I think that's about it for third baseman. We're going to move on to the shortstop here. Anderson, the most expensive. You could look towards him. I have a guy who I like a little more than Elvis, so I'm not going to be paying up for him. But by all means, he's a good matchup. If you want him, you could play him. Didi is my second favorite shortstop of the night, not just because I'm a Yankees fan, but Didi, he usually performs, especially against right-handers. I know he hasn't hit that well against Stroman in his career, and Stroman's not the best matchup to pick on, but Didi is hitting fourth today, so I like him. I don't like Xander Bogaerts. He hits too many ground balls against the ground ball pitcher. Here's my favorite shortstop of the night, guys. Gene Segura. I think he has a big night tonight against Ian Kennedy. I think he steals a few bases, gets on base a lot, doubles, singles, maybe a home run. I love Gene Segura at 4,600. Andrelton Simmons I like against Mejia. Like I said, Mejia is not a good pitcher. If you want a shortstop, Trevor Story, a Coors Field bat for very cheap, so you could go there. Freddie Galvis is interesting against Ivan Nova. Like I said, Nova struggles against lefties, and Galvis is a switch hitter. And that's about it for the shortstop. You could go JT Riddle if you're looking for a cheap shortstop. He's a left-handed hitter, and Wainwright struggles against lefties. I personally won't be going there because I'm going to be playing a lot of Wainwright. So, yeah. Let's move on to the outfield here. We got, at the top, Duvall, not that interested. Aaron Judge, not that interested. Charlie Blackmon is my first outfielder I'll go into. I think Blackmon is due for a big game. I think he could hit a home run today against Castillo. I love Charlie Blackmon. If not hit a home run, I think he steals a few bags. I love Steven Piscotty, guys. I think Piscotty is due for a home run. I'm not a guy who just goes and picks players hunting for home runs either, but like it's just a benefit. It's just an added bonus, and I love Steven Piscotty. Brett Gardner's a good play. Khris Davis is an excellent play, guys. I love Khris Davis tonight. I think he hits a home run, even in Oakland. I love Khris Davis. Let's see. Moving on. A lot of people are going to be wanting to play Grichuk. I think it hits too many ground balls for my liking. Cargo you could look at. Let's see. Frazier you could look at, like I said. Or no, not Frazier. Hold on. Yelich. Yelich is a guy you could look at. Like I said, Wainwright struggles against lefties. Moving on. We got this guy right here, Nomar Mazara. I really think he hits a home run. I love Nomar Mazara today against Porcello. He already has good numbers against him too. I like Chris Young. Chris Young doesn't hit that many ground balls, and he's really good against left-handed pitchers. I'm pretty sure that's the only time he actually plays is against left-handed pitchers. So I love Chris Young. If Avisail Garcia is playing, he is way too cheap to not play him against Joel Cotton. You could look towards Daniel Nava. He's very cheap against Ivan Nova. Like I said, Nova struggles against lefties, and Nava is a left-handed hitter. Oh, he's a switch hitter, but he'll be batting from the left side. If you're looking for a cheap outfielder, you could go Nick Williams. He was a former prospect for the Rangers. They traded him in the Cole Hamels trade, I believe. So now he's up with the Phillies. That's like, Odubel Herrera is very cheap. Like I said, Nova struggles against lefties. Herrera's a lefty. I know he's batting 7th, but he could be worth a look at 2,700. Maybe help you fit in more Coors Field bats. So with that being said, guys, I think that's about it for the slate breakdown. Let me know how you guys like the format, or if I should go game by game next time, or if I should go more in depth. I have a lot more statistics to back up some of the players that I like, but I just want to keep this around 15 minutes for you guys, so you guys, aren't caught up watching it for hours or 30 minutes. So I think 15 minutes is the perfect time for a video. So that's about it, guys. Please leave a like and leave any feedback in the comment section below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.